Good morning. I'm very pleased to be here today. So I'm representing France, I suppose. I won't be... I would like to introduce myself to say I'm an assistant professor in the University of Bordeaux. And today I will not present you very interesting results. So I apologize for that. And you will understand why when I will present the study. In our team, we work on environmental health and occupational health. And we focus on some physical or chemical agents, and electromagnetic fields are one of these agents we study in my team. So I will present you the work we are doing now in a French health birth cohort. And exposure to radiofrequency electromagnetic fields. I will pass quick in this presentation because the three speakers before me said a lot of things about exposure to radiofrequency, magnetic field, electromagnetic fields, and about health outcomes. So I will present you our protocol. Okay, so we said a lot of things about that, but we have still many questions and still a lot of debates on the radiofrequency effects, and we tried to improve knowledge on this topic, and mainly to study consequences of exposure during fetal life and during early childhood, the first year of life. And what is the impact on pregnancy issues, child neurodevelopment, behavioral problems, hyperactive and attention disorders. I wanted to just focus on two very recent studies. This study deals with 5 birth cohort or pregnancy cohort. One from Spain, one from Denmark, Netherlands, Norway, and Korea. And it's very interesting because it's the first time we have the result of these 5 cohorts published in the same paper. And the results are very stable in one outcome, which is hyperactivity and inattention problems at 7 years of age. And it's related with the use of mobile phone from by the mother during pregnancy. The researchers performed a lot of analysis to investigate what happened in these cohorts, and all the analyses they performed provided the same results on hyperactivity and inattention problems. However, we still have lots of conflicting results, and I underline here also a very recent study on cognitive function in 5-6 years old children in the Dutch cohort. Yes, it's in the Dutch cohort. And inconsistent results were obtained, and sometimes there were lower performances when the mother was exposed to mobile phone during pregnancy, and sometimes you had better performances. And it's an example. We have often conflicting results in environmental health science. It's very difficult to identify the link between exposure and health outcomes. So our objective in our study, in French, it's called EXPO-CEM study for exposure to radio frequency and extremely low frequency electromagnetic fields. Our aim was to assess to characterize, to do the best of we can to assess the exposure of the children during fetal life and during their childhood in the French health cohort, and to study potential impact on different health outcomes. The health birth cohort study began in 2011 in France, and we included more than 18,000 babies and their parents. The objective is very, very large, and we have more than 80 research teams on a lot of topics that work in the health cohort. It's, I don't know if you see well, we have 3 main thematic working groups, teams working on health outcomes, very various and different health outcomes. We have social scientists who work on family issues, schooling, socialization, and so on. And we have the working group of environmental health, and we are in this group. The children of health are now 7 years old, and you can see that we followed up the families very regularly at birth, then at 2 months, then at 1 year, 2 years, and so on until now. So we plan to do a lot of things on electromagnetic fields in the cohort, and for now we dealt with occupational exposure, and we'll soon begin to study other exposure due to mobile phone usage, Wi-Fi, and also due to the environment of the house. And we'll have to follow the children and to keep on asking questions to the families to assess what changes in the children's life. Yes. So we have lots of interviews, as I said, dealing with parental occupational exposure during birth, during pregnancy, and also the use of communication electric device at home, used by the parents and now also used by the child. We gathered information about medical imaging, home characteristic and environment, and also residential proximity to broadcast transmitters, base stations, and so on. We also plan to perform direct exposure measurements in the home in order to better identify what are the determinants of the exposure of the families. Oops. Okay, so it's just and then today we have already performed the first step of the study with occupational exposure of the mothers, but we are still collaborating with a big consortium to construct an assessment tool in order to identify high-exposed mothers during work, at work. So we are at this part of we have lots of things to do now. We'll study the link with child neurodevelopment because there are questionnaires specific to the neurodevelopment that are available in the health birth cohort. And we'll study also, as I said, environmental exposure and residential exposure. And we'll study also the link with child health. I think it's okay. Voilà. And I am here also to talk about French decision with Wi-Fi in the school. And so we have a specific situation in France, I think, because we have the precautionary principle that is in our constitution since 10 years, I think, from 10 years. And in 2015, the law, a law was voted that decided that in the daycares and kindergartens, Wi-Fi was not possible, and there was a 2-year struggle about the definition and the age of the children, and the first draft wanted to protect children until 6, and finally it's just from the birth to 3 years old, because in France you begin school at 3. It's called maternelle. École maternelle, maternal school, and now in 2018 it's mandatory to be at school from 3 years old to 16 years old. And our new education ministry decided also this year, and it's beginning, it's for the September next year, next school year, to ban the use of mobile phone from the beginning of school until 15. And I don't think it's only for issues about health problems due to mobile phone. It's also because of problem of attention, of violence, of authority, of teachers, and so on. That's just what I wanted to say on what's happening in France. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Og så har vi...
We have, I have shown conflicting results from 2 studies, but it's not our study. And the first one was a meta-analysis of 5 cohorts, pooled, combined, and you have in this study more than 80,000 babies, children that were studied. And in this study, the 2 studies, 2 publications are very recent. It's from 2017, so just last year. And in this big meta-analysis, we see this effect of mobile phone use and high mobile phone use from the mother during pregnancy. And it's consistent in every cohort and in every analysis they performed with hyperactivity and attention deficit disorders in the children in 7 years, at 7 years. In the other study, what I wanted to show is that we often have very conflicting results, and with radio frequency and mobile phone use, you also have tests that are, results of the test are better in high users compared to low users. So it's why it's difficult, as Charlotte said, scientific results are, you have a huge number of studies in a huge number of health outcomes, and it's very difficult to, it's why you have some expert report that says we don't have sufficient evidence to conclude and so on. But in France, and I'm not a politician, so I speak as a citizen here, in France we are one of the very few countries that included in our constitution the precautionary principle. And so the Green Party fought for years to have a law that restrain exposure of sensitive people and mostly children and young children to radio frequency exposure. But it was, I think it was mostly based on this precautionary principle. Because if you go back, it began, the discussion began in 2009, and the studies, and most of the studies we were speaking here, national toxicology program with carcinogenic effects on rats was published in 2017. So it's very, very recent results that are disturbing and that poses new questions. And I think when the discussion began in France, there were a lot of studies already published, but the main reason was to apply this precautionary principle. And the struggle was strong, and 2 years after the first draft was proposed, in 2015, congressmen and senators voted this law banning Wi-Fi only for 0 to 3 children and not 0 to 6 children as it was proposed at first.
Thank you very much. Ole, det sidste.
Ja, det der...
Mange tak, Helene.
I would like to thank you first for inviting me today. It was very interesting, and I wanted to highlight also the multiple exposure we are exposed to in real life, and we have radio frequencies with different sources, but we also have extremely low frequencies, and we also have chemical agents, and so it's a lot of diverse agents and exposure, and we don't really know what happens.
Og Albert.